Hello, my name is Philip Totaro. I'm the founder and CEO of market research firm IntelStor. Welcome to your weekly dose of truth to power. Truth to Power examines data driven insights for the energy sector with a focus on renewables. On this week's episode, we're looking at generation and efficiency of the global solar PV market from the IntelStor Future of Renewables report. Generation for solar PV was anemic 25 years ago compared to the 2.25 petawatt hours the industry produced by the end of 2025. The share of generation is largely corresponded to market share, with the Asia Pacific region leading the world between the year 2000 and 2005, until Europe drove growth up until about 2010, when China's global leadership in solar PV meant that the region now has, as of the end of 2025, 65% of global generation. The contribution from the Americas and even the Africa and Middle East region has meant the overall performance has surged in a positive direction. By 2030, the world will have more than 3 petawatt hours of solar PV generation from the more than 3 terawatts of capacity installed. Full load hours are the measure of actual generation compared to a theoretical maximum. Africa and the Middle East region shows the best performance despite the fact that they have the lowest installed capacity compared to the rest of the world. This is because they've seen the installation of far more efficient solar panels featuring cell technology, which is the most sophisticated silicon-based technology in the world. Africa and the Middle East also receives a substantial amount of public funding support, so they can afford panels that are on the higher end of the price range and the higher end of the performance range as well. By contrast, the Asia Pacific region leads the world in solar PV installed capacity, but they favored the low cost single junction or multi junction silicon based solar cells in the panels that have been deployed. This has led to a performance detriment compared to the rest of the world, where full load hours are only comparable to the Americas region, which has less than half of the installed capacity. Capacity factors in the Americas for solar PV lead the world with an average across the region of 15.3%. Africa and the Middle East is close behind at 14.2%, with the Asia Pacific region a disappointing 11.5%, despite such a significant installed capacity regionally. Europe's poor performance should not necessarily be that surprising at just 8.6% average capacity factor, given that the majority of the solar PV capacity is installed in latitudes which have less irradiance compared to the rest of the world, even in the southern regions of Europe. There are fewer desert regions where project layouts could be optimized the way that they can be in the Asia Pacific region or Africa and the Middle East. Capacity factors for solar PV have been largely stable over time globally. Most regions have seen a mostly flat performance when it comes to the average capacity factor since the year 2000. The Americas region is the most noteworthy, with about a 3% increase in performance from 14% to 17.3% in the past 25 years. All the other regions saw flat or only approximately a 1% increase in average capacity factor during that time. While the industry continues further development along the path of non perovskite based technologies, the industry focused research and development of perovskite based technologies shows the most promise to dramatically improve efficiency. While other companies or research institutions have been investigating the technology, they have not publicly reported results of the R&D efforts or pilot projects, so we don't have a sense of where everybody is necessarily. The results of most of the research institution-based projects to investigate perovskites has not led to significant efficiency improvements when compared to industry R&D efforts. In the meantime, the performance improvement of perovskite versus silicon or other non-perovskite based cells will be critical when global solar PV asset repowering becomes a more prominent trend. With the bulk of the global solar capacity having been installed in the past 15 years, there will be a time within the next 5 to 10 years when solar PV asset repowering will need to be undertaken. Repowering itself provides new life to a project while leveraging the existing electrical and mechanical infrastructure. Racks and trackers, as well as cabling and inverters, are already installed. Other than panel replacements themselves, project sites would likely require few other upgrades to accommodate new solar panels comprising these perovskite based cells with a comparable megawatt capacity and voltage levels versus the existing installations. Repowering will allow developers and asset operators to upgrade their assets and achieve higher efficiency while lengthening their asset lifespan in a cost effective manner. Solar asset repowering could cost less than half that of wind energy asset repowering at approximately $175,000 per megawatt versus $425,000 per megawatt, respectively, for wind. By 2035, global solar PV asset repowering should allow it to overtake onshore wind energy on capacity factor benchmarking, or at least bring the global average capacity factor of solar PV closer to the range of 25 to 30%, which is where it should be. The efficiency improvement of solar cells through leveraging new technology is clearly beneficial to the power generation industry. However, energy storage for time shifting solar generation to meet load will remain the most important technology development to ensure that solar PV becomes more flexible and dispatchable to meet demand. The bottom line is that solar has underperformed on efficiency up until now and basically comprises the lowest efficiency of any meaningful form of power generation that's out there today. But the promise of new technology could not only improve capacity factors, it has the potential to unlock a doubling of the amount of solar power generation used by the grid. As perovskite based cell technology and other techniques are developed, they offer the promise of unleashing a renewable energy revolution, which could be bigger than when the world adopted hydropower for utility scale power generation almost 2 centuries ago. Thank you for joining me this week. I'm Philip Totaro, and this has been your weekly dose of truth to power. We'll have more to come from this IntelStor exclusive report, The Future of Renewables, next time on Truth to Power, including a look at the feed-in tariffs, public finance, and capital efficiency of solar PV. In the meantime, you can follow us on IntelStor's YouTube channel, as well as your favorite audio platforms. And visit www.intelstore.com to join more than 250,000 subscribers to our renewable energy data solutions. We're adding subscribers faster than ever, so don't miss out. Register today. A full analysis of the global renewable energy market is available to online subscribers of this new exclusive IntelStor report, The Future of Renewables. And tickets are on sale now for the next Wind Summit event in Houston, Texas on the 3rd and 4th of November 2026. Visit www.windsummit.org and join hundreds of your industry colleagues to discuss all the latest trends in O&M. We've got speakers and panelists lined up from companies like NextEra, EDPR, EDF, Pattern Energy, ExxonMobil, WEG, and more. So don't miss out. Register today. We hope to see you there.